Watch this video. Thought I'd begin the new year with an experiment, try something new. So this may be really awful and I may never ever do anything like this again, but did want to try, experiment with it just once. I know that it'll be a disappointment to many of you who just love getting email from me, reading over email from me, poring over the email, you know, looking for the places where I misused R, like our fellowship. A-R-E is going to do such a ship, or we as a fellowship, R-O-U-R. I know that probably brought great joy to many of you, or maybe I'm just projecting Christine onto the rest of you. So sorry if you were looking forward to a or an email, not a video. If you were looking forward to an email from me. I'm talking to you from my office where I keep it throughout the week, a balmy 55 to save on energy costs, but really it's a blessing. It gives me the opportunity to wear this hat, my favorite hat, and I've always thought, you know, since I started balding, becoming a bald man, becoming follically challenged, that hats are just a gift and a great equalizer for those of us who find ourselves follically challenged. So I'm thankful for the opportunity to wear this hat, which, as Christine may point out, is actually her hat, but I have really commandeered, so it's mainly now my hat. It smells like me. It doesn't smell like Christine. It smells like me. So glad for the opportunity to wear this hat. And as I've thought about the hat, I've begun to, you know, have this dream of down the road establishing something called Hat Club for Men. Many of you may have remembered the Hair Club for Men that would run infomercials on a Saturday afternoon when nobody was watching, maybe with the exception of me. And at the end, the president would say, not only am I a president, I'm a member. So I have the dream maybe of one day doing that, founding Hat Club for Men, and at the end saying, not only am I the president, I'm also a member. But I do digress. Did want to give you some information. I did want to do it via video, partly just to overcome some of my fears and get past bad experiences I've had in the past with video. Last time I tried to do something with video for the Vineyard, I was using my own personal VHS camera, and I held it up ready to shoot my partner that I was working with, Mike Reed, and Mike looked at me and very helpfully said, "Hey John, the 80s called and they'd like their camera back," which didn't make me feel great about me or my camera. So I wanted to get past that. The other thing about this camera is as I shot home family videos, I was usually the one behind the camera, you know, filming my kids. And I don't know if in your life you've ever thought about your breathing, but I know one thing is that I've never wanted to be thought of as a loud breather. I've wanted to think of myself as a quiet breather, that if people were really listening for my breath, they'd have a hard time. But whenever we watched home videos, after I'd shot them, we'd always hear this sound. It'd be like this. It was as if Darth Vader had been shooting my kids on film. And so I haven't felt too good about myself after past video experiences. So I thought maybe I'd take at least one more shot and see if I could get past some of that and let you know some stuff that is happening at the Vineyard via video. First thing I did want to let you know, now we're to the actual point where I'm going to tell you some stuff. I wanted to let you know that this Sunday is a blood drive. It's an opportunity, as my graphic helpfully says, to be a hero, and that not all heroes wear capes. It is this Sunday. It is from 9 until 1 p.m. They would like you to know, if you would like to donate, it's important to remember you need to bring photo ID. You should bring your own photo ID. Don't bring this guy's photo ID. That won't be helpful. Bring your own photo ID if you'd like to donate. If you don't have photo ID, bring 2 pieces of non-photo ID. If you think you would like to give away some of your blood and you would like to get an appointment scheduled, call Zach Morrison at 303-903-9684. Again, that number is 303-903-9684. This Sunday also is a special opportunity to support our team that is going to Costa Rica. The team is leaving for Costa Rica January 17th through the 24th, and the team has been meeting together. They've been praying. This church that we work with in Costa Rica is a great church. They're becoming very dear to our hearts. And as the team has been praying, they've actually felt that maybe there's one or two more people who have thought, prayed, maybe sensed that they should go on this trip but haven't yet pulled the trigger. There is still time, and they would encourage you to take that step. Second thing is that this Sunday, because we believe in what's happening in Costa Rica, we believe what God's doing, we believe in this team and the call on this team, we want to support them financially. So you may be aware that every week during 2011 we are setting aside 11% of whatever we receive in an offering for missions and benevolence. This Sunday we'd like to dedicate that 11% directly to Costa Rica. And then if you would like to support the team above and beyond that, you would have the opportunity to designate that on your check. So this Sunday, special offering for the Costa Rica team. Lastly, we've been saying for a number of weeks that the upcoming sermon series that we were going to do was going to be called God, Love, and Sex. And that has been our intention. And but one of the things we've been learning of the fellowship is that Jesus is a good leader, and that as Jesus leads, we could expect him to speak to us, to lead us, to prompt us with his still small voice at times. And we've been saying that Jesus is trustworthy, that where he leads is good, and that Jesus comes and that Jesus brings us life. So I had an interesting experience as a pastor. In general, I lay out my sermon series sometimes up to a year in advance, so I know and have peace of mind about what I believe I'll be talking about during any given time. So I've been planning for some time to do this series called God, Love, Sex. But I woke up with just a real strong impression on Monday morning that is not the time for that series, that Jesus is leading in a different direction. And now that leaves me in the interesting point of deciding whether or not I want to trust that, because I've been planning that, because I've been advertising the God, Love, Sex series. But I really had a deep sense that Jesus was leading in a different direction, in a series to ask us to consider what are we seeking, and how are we seeking Jesus, and how are we seeking life, because Jesus said he came to bring us life. So I decided that Jesus is a good leader, and if this is Jesus leading, I need to follow, and that we as a fellowship need to follow. So I sent out email. The elders missed out on an opportunity to hear from me via video. I'm sure they're brokenhearted, but I sent out an email to our elder board saying, here's what I think maybe Jesus is saying. What do you think? And I heard back from them, and they said, yeah, this seems like it might be Jesus. So we are going to, this Sunday, begin a new series called What Are You Seeking? That will be about how we as a fellowship can follow Jesus, how we personally can follow and seek Jesus. Following Jesus is one of our core values. So this Sunday, we begin a new series called What Are You Seeking? The title of this week's talk is What Are You Seeking? Religion or Relationship? And ultimately, I hope that we are all seeking relationship with the living God who we see in Jesus Christ. So, if you're still with me, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And of course, the beauty of video is you can be asleep right now. You could be zoned out. You could be rolling your eyes. And I'll never know. But if you are with me and you're listening, thank you very much for watching my inaugural attempt at video communication.